Microsoft has confirmed that Windows 11 is slowing down games and or causing stuttering. This issue comes courtesy of Windows 11's 22H2 update and not to be confused with any other updates from the past that also caused performance issues. Like the good old AMD CPU bug that caused latency and as a result slowed everything down. Microsoft says the new issue is because Windows enables GPU debugging, and that's because they don't know. They're figuring it out, I guess. Like I'm figuring out how to manage the overwhelming amount of the tech news that this channel produces, so please follow for more. So a pretty strange issue coming from Windows 11 once again. So you know how it is, another day and another Windows 11 update that is causing issues, so we're just adding another one to the list. And this issue in particular is pretty weird, as it's because Windows is opening or initiating GPU performance debugging for some reason. Now this is pretty weird because this is a developer setting, and usually when you're using developer settings, they're not that easy to access because they're meant for developers, they're sort of meant to be a little bit harder to access so that normal users can't find them and get confused for some whatever reason, so usually you need to go within Windows and you need to enable a few developer settings, and you actually need some software and you need to enable some developer settings within that, and then you can start debugging your code or whatever you do. And well, in this instance, Windows is just initiating this setting for you, so this is obviously going to cause some performance issues because this is usually used by developers when they're optimizing software. This causes a whole bunch of extra processing to be done. Developers basically use this when they have a piece of code that they want to optimize, and then they have a debugging tool or some sort of a monitoring tool so they can see why a few things are rendered this way, why is this performance impact this way, why is this saving in this sort of way. They're basically using it when they're trying to optimize software. And honestly, I never upgraded to Windows 11 because I knew there were gonna be these types of issues, because that's just what Microsoft's behavior has been past few years. So if I was actually on Windows 11 at this point, I would just reinstall and go back to Windows 10, because the thing is, Microsoft is just using every single Windows 11 user as a beta tester, without having them opt in and without them getting paid for actually beta testing their software. So if you use Windows 11 and it has been a good experience for you, I am very happy for you. But for a lot of people, it has been a nightmare on a weekly or monthly basis.